Hello and welcome to another rant. Henning Pauli here. Not Henny, not Paul. I say it now in my videos, still get it wrong. That's fine. You call me Frank. What do I care? It is Monday morning, 5th of January. You're seeing this weeks later because the rants only come out on Sunday, as we already discussed. But I just read a comment. So I turned on the lights and the mic and the camera because that was an inspiring comment. So I'm going to use political terms here. And maybe that means something to some people, maybe it doesn't. But I found it extremely interesting. I'm going to name names. I'm going to be naming names. Sorry, Marcus, if that's even your name. Yeah, usually the culprits are redacted out, but I don't think he will mind. So someone who comments on the channel quite a lot, Marcus Dryman, numbers, 6 something, here's a comment, said, this is not a democracy. That's a supportive comment. It was in the video about UA, where at the beginning I said that some people say you only do rants, which of course is not true. I do 4 to 5 reviews a week and then a rant on Sunday because they do well. They do well. That's a word. Then other things because apparently people want to reward me for the least amount of work I can possibly do, which is turn on one camera, one mic, run Cubase, do a bit of audio processing to make it sound nice, slap it under the video, put a logo on, animals at the end, I'm done. It takes about, I don't know, an hour, whereas another video will take 2-3 days. And, okay, so, least amount of work I can do, most amount of clicks I can get right now. It's weird, but fine. But that's one of the things we talk about. This is not a democracy, he says, and he wanted to be supportive, saying, you do you. If some people are saying, you only do rants, will you go away from the channel? I shouldn't care about that. However, I feel that a channel like this, and maybe this doesn't apply to every YouTube channel, but I would assume it applies to every YouTube channel that's dependent on the channel for their livelihood. And I do this professionally, meaning I make my living doing this. Yeah, who would have thought? Don't know if Dad would be proud. Or Dad being secure and making money. So I think on that end, he would be proud. By the way, thank you to everyone that bought my German course, Power Chord Theory. Link below by now. That's good. I get emails from people saying, this is a good course. I learned so much. I now understand the connections between the chords and the numbers. Those things make my day. But back to the topic at hand. This is not a democracy. What it actually is, in a sense, a perfect democracy. It probably couldn't be a more perfect democracy. Well, minus the whole, you don't pay me and I don't pay you. On the other hand, you kind of pay me if you use my affiliate links, and there's Patreon, and you're watching this video now, hopefully all the way through, that's paying me. View time is a thing. So even if you don't watch, turn on, go walk the dogs. That's the best help you can give me. Just turn on the videos, turn on a playlist and walk away. Or watch, you can also do that. But minus the whole we take care of each other thing, in terms of feedback to the governing agent, which in this case of the channel is me. It's a perfect democracy. So Marcus, love you, man, but you are completely wrong. This is a democracy. It very much is. So let's just say you elected me as the guy you want to watch and you subscribed to. Let's say a subscription is a vote, right? Well, that means you voted me in as the channel you want to be subscribed to, and you want to see new stuff presented from in your feed, which doesn't really work because probably bigger channels are being shown in your feed, which is why most people are only shown the rants and not the other videos. But okay, that's fine. But there are so many topics, so many things, and I read all the comments that I need to pay attention to, and I need to take my flock, take my citizens that voted for me by the subscription, and I have to weigh their interests, which we know that's not how government works anymore. But that's why I said it's a perfecter democracy than the ones we have, because it really works that way. So you might have noticed in my last, I don't know when this video comes out, the last two I did, I had my chair here. I made a conscious decision to, well, I'm working with new lights. I'm trying that. I'm trying a little bit of shade here on my face, nice grid in the background. That's not real light. That costs a lot of money to do that shit. I'm down, I don't know, $1,500 to get some atmosphere in the background. Crazy! So I decided that was a little bit of an, why not? Who cares? You know, not giving it headroom. This is not enough. Either you really cut it off or you give it some headroom. And then someone said, there was one voice of my citizens, what's with the headroom? And I commented, it's an artistic choice. But that's in my head. So therefore, I pushed my chair back down. And now we got headroom again. So the voice of one citizen, who was vocal about it, counted. This is really the thing. Actions and your voice counts. But you have to make your voice heard. And this counts for democracy in general. Right? So your voice on the channel is a comment. And if you don't comment and you just give a thumbs up or a thumbs down, there's nothing I can do with that. I don't know what you liked. I don't know what you didn't like. It could be we didn't like the widescreen. We didn't like the lighting. We didn't like what he had to say. We didn't like the product. We generally don't like the company. If I make a video about Ibanez and you had bad Ibanezes and you hate Ibanez and you give it a thumbs down, how the fuck am I supposed to know what you hate about the video? So I take it personally when it was about the product I was showing, right? Generally, just give it a thumbs up. That's good for the channel. That's good for the algorithm. Thumbs up make me happy, even though I don't know why. I should be happy. Thumbs down do absolutely nothing other than make me sad. I can't work with them, okay? It's no feedback from you to your government. It's an analogy here, right? But when you get vocal in the comments, yeah, they can hurt my feelings, not just when they're insulting, but sometimes, you know, we are so self-critical of ourselves. And maybe I was questioning myself. Is this the right framing? Is this the right framing? Well, for some of you, for some, this might be the right framing. You know, if I ask myself, was that smart? And then someone says it wasn't smart. Well, I pushed the chair down. I reacted to a single comment. Now, the AI issue. I love working on AI tracks. They make me a more versatile musician. They make me produce more versatile music that is better for the review, music that is better for the product, gives you more information. I think overall, it's a good thing for me in the channel, and I'm not taking a single job away because the jobs are mine. I'm replacing what I would have done. That's my argument. But in instances like, for example, the IK sub video, I used 3 different AI tracks where I didn't replace a single thing. They're just the AI tracks for the background, for the unboxing, you know, put a sub in the corner as a hip hop track. I could put any kind of music there, but it's fun to put music there that's fun and sings about the thing that I'm doing. Am I replacing anyone's job? Well, no, because I need royalty-free music, and the only music that I'm replacing there would be my own music. I would put my own music there, but music that doesn't fit the situation, just a song that I wrote. So I'm not taking anyone's job away there, but I can understand why there is push against AI in general. It's all going to kill us, and we'll be out of jobs. I'm not denying that. I think AI music for certain types of content, if it's not created as an album and uploaded to Spotify, I can't even say not to make money because these videos do make money. So therefore I'm using the AI music to make money, right? But the point is, it is a point of contention. And then people saying, unsubscribe for a AI thumbnail, which I do, I don't know, one a month or one every 2 months, but okay. Unsubscribe for AI thumbnail or unsubscribe for the AI music. So I lost a citizen, moved away from the channel. And now I've got to think, how many people can I lose before this becomes an issue? Before the channel is being hurt? That's exactly the thing. This is how democracy works. You make your voice heard, and I'm not a dictator. Might be a dick. I'm often a dick, but not a tater. I'm definitely not the tater part. Sommercable. Love them. Really, honestly, best cables. I use them all the time. So these things matter. But then I get quite a few comments from the opposite side. Love the tracks. Where can I hear that? And I say nowhere, because it's only in this video, because it's content. That's what the song was for. I'm not uploading it anywhere. But many people are saying, oh, really enjoyed that song. Oh, that was so clever to use an AI song for the unboxing, whatever. So then I gotta weigh up. Citizens like it. Other citizens unsubscribe and hate it. And they're vocal about it. So if this is kind of equal, and I'm saying it's a little bit for the people that like it, but I also like it, then losing a few citizens while making a little bit more citizens happy with it, or entertaining them, whatever, it makes sense, right? So I keep it. Your voice, first of all, voice, that's important. Be vocal about what you don't like. We all know I'm not just talking about the channel, right? We all know we're talking about warring countries, countries that want to give all the power to the rich people. This is, in a way, applying to other things as well. But in the channel, it is absolutely democracy. If I see my subscribers go down big time because of the AI issue, I really have to ask myself, is it worth it? Because in the end, I'm serving you. Yes, I want to do what I want to do. And I'm not going to do certain things on the channel because I don't like it. Like, I could easily make videos where I discuss gear that was just released, or go through the new Ibanez catalog and look at everything and make comments about it based on little pictures. There are other channels who do that, and they get a shit ton of clicks because it's news. That's fine. For me personally, I never wanted to do that. I want to evaluate the gear that's right in front of me so I can actually say something about it. I'm not judging the channels that do, but could it get me more citizens if I did that? Yes. But I have certain things I want to do and certain things I don't want to do. Now, what I would really want to do is talk about production, arranging, drum programming. I'm good at that shit. I'm much gooder than guitar. But when it comes to the democracy, my citizens don't necessarily appreciate that as much as if I talk about the next Overdrive. So there's less content of that on the channel. Even though that's something I'm good at and that I want to do, I have to do what the citizens want. In a way, up to a certain degree, right? There are limits, but this is not a dictatorship. Tater. If the Rant didn't do well, I would just have no video on Sunday. Or I would do something else. Or I would have me building Lego on Sundays. Or the next amp review or whatever. I would find another thing, but they do well. So therefore we make it. And then there are some comments, oh, we hate the rants, when most people say, we don't hate the rants, so we love the rants, we hate the rants. Well, you know what? The rants say democracy. It is absolutely democracy. And when I said your voice counts, right? Your voice counts. Your actions count. So your voice is call your senator or whatever equivalent is in your country. Make your voice heard. Go on the street. Hold a sign. Make your voice heard. I like it. I don't like it. They need to hear your voice to know what you're thinking. You voted, but if that's all you do and then nothing else ever, they're not hearing your voice. Because things change after someone goes into office, right? And then you need to make your voice heard. Your actions also count. And I'm a big ass hypocrite. I mean, I hate what Bezos is doing, and I hate what this guy and his friends stand for, what they're going to do to society. Amazon is going to fire 600,000 people in the next couple of years and replace them with robots and AI. Yet, I order on Amazon all the time. Now, I could justify that to myself. We live in a rural area. If I wanted those things fast at those prices, half my time would be spent driving somewhere, or even not then getting it. Yeah, we can always justify wrongdoings to ourselves, can't we? Full on hypocrite, I use Amazon. But if I wanted my voice to be heard, I would stop buying at Amazon. Now, of course, it's very easy to tell myself that doesn't make a dent, doesn't make any difference, because others will continue to support it. Sadly, it's how I think, it's not how I talk. The actions count. If we want to tell the tech bros and their guys that we don't approve of what they do, what we do is we don't buy their shit. If you don't like what Spotify is doing to the artists, don't subscribe to Spotify. Now that's one thing that I did. I took all my music off of Spotify. So Spotify is not making any money on me anymore. I'm also not getting any money. I never got any money from Spotify, not 1 cent. I think the label did. I never did. But I definitely don't have my music heard there anymore. Oh, boo-hoo. Listen to it somewhere else. I don't know how many albums I took off Spotify. That's an action. That's an action I did. The action you can do on the channel is, yes, you can unsubscribe. It's pointless to do that, by the way, if you don't tell me why. And it's pointless to do that, by the way, to tell me why, immediately unsubscribe and not come back. There should be the chance for the government to react, to communicate with you, give you a reasoning, and then maybe keep you or not. So I will unsubscribe if blah, blah, blah. I don't like you do this and this. I'm considering to unsubscribe. And then I have a chance to say, oh, you know what? I don't think I want to change that. I can't change that. That's who I am. I hate to see you go, but please do what you find necessary. But unsubscribing, leaving, and not giving me a chance to respond, give the government a chance to communicate with you. Okay? Maybe sway you. Maybe say, look, I've heard you, but more people do like this, so I hope you reconsider. But the actions of unsubscribing, thumbs down is, you could give a thumbs down and say, I gave a thumbs down because of blah, blah, blah. Well, then I have a way of knowing what you didn't like, right? Even after I don't know how many years, I try to be better. I try to make better content, not shorter content. That's not what I do. Trust me, I tried. It's just not in me. It's just not me. The quick cuts, the jump cuts, the reels, the it's just not here's a couple of sounds, 5 minutes, bam, you have it. That's not me. I wouldn't want to watch that review if I want to spend money on something. And it's just not me. It's not going to happen. So I know what I can do and what I can't do. But I try to always improve on audio, always improve on the video side. I mean, that's, again, camera number 50 now. Do you care? No, probably not. Some of you notice, and that's nice. I think you would still be happy if I filmed this on an iPhone, but I pride myself in learning more, improving. So yeah, this is a €1,000 anamorphic lens from Siri on the new Nikon ZR, filmed in 6K red code raw with new lights. I mean, I have lights for probably $30,000, and that's probably not even enough. I have a lot of lights, but again, I bought new lights because there's new techniques that I saw online. My friend Eric from Living Room Gear Demos made a very nice lighting video, so I bought a cob light and a gobo, as you see in the background, and then a few more, and I've got a cob light and a gobo in Studio C as well, because it was too big for in here. So I try to improve. I try to get better and better and better. I try. Based on comments, based on back and forth. This channel is absolutely a democracy. You are in charge. I'm in charge, but you voted for me by your subscription. So therefore, it's your choice in a way what happens. But only if you are vocal and you bring actions. Now, I hate the actions. I hate a thumbs down. I hate an unsubscribe. But that is your right as a citizen of HP42's channel. I don't want to take that right away. You have that right. That is you. That is absolutely what you can do. Not saying use that right. Start with the vocal and we'll talk about it. And then I weigh up. What do I change? What do I not change? Because I want to keep you happy. I want to keep me happy, but not just me. So Marcus, I love you, man, but this is absolutely a democracy. You have a voice. And you have a voice in real life too. So use it. That's it. Animals at the end.